Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs is a presentation of Kentucky Proud.
I'm Tim Laird with Kevin Harned in the Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs Kitchen Studio. And it's a show today all about bourbon. Eating bourbon, that is. I love that. The man behind Bourbon Barrel Foods is joining us, and he's putting a lot of his unique Kentucky Proud products to work right here in the kitchen. And Tim, so are you.
I am too, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to be shaking up a Bourbon Breeze.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. It's Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. The fun's about to start right now. Before this live studio audience, it's Secrets Now. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Kevin Harned. This is the show that's all local, all positive, and designed just for Kentucky. And do we have a treat for you today? It's because Matt Jamie is joining us. Matt's the one who created the place where we are today. It's Bourbon Barrel Foods, known across the world for its handcrafted bourbon barrel aged soy sauce, plus a whole array of Kentucky bourbon smoked seasonings, from paprika to sugar. They've also created a line of Old Forester cocktail provisions, Tim's favorites, by the way. And today, Matt is putting his products to use in our kitchen studio. He's revealing the secrets to grilled oysters done in our pizza oven, and Bolognese with fresh pasta. But first, before we get to the cooking, help me introduce my co-host, America's CEO, our Chief Entertaining Officer, Tim Laird.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Timmy. Wow, what a great audience. How about this?
This is great.
They're excited.
I'll tell you.
Are you excited?
They're excited.
And they're hungry.
And they're hungry. I can tell. I can tell.
And that's the best part. You're going to have a chance to take a taste. And how about this? It's beautiful.
I'll tell you what, monogram everywhere. I love it. Very good. Hometown, homemade. Here we are.
We love that. We're all about supporting local, and we're going to see that throughout the show. We've got a bunch of Kentucky Proud items coming up, and many of them crafted right here where we stand.
Right here, Kevin. So let's get cooking. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, it's a great day to be in Kitchen Studio because we're going to see the founder behind Bourbon Barrel Foods. Here he is with a new book, by the way. Please welcome Matt Jamie. Matt.
Tim. Kevin.
Hello, my friend.
Good to see you again.
Likewise, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
What I love about this is your office, but now you're actually going to be working in your office and cooking in your office. Tell us about Bourbon Barrel Foods, though. What year did you start?
Well, on paper it was 2006.
Okay.
Drove to Frankfurt, filed the articles for the business.
Well, it's taken off.
Yeah.
It really has. I mean, talk about that, because it went from, doing some stuff in your home to now what is a full-fledged operation that sends stuff across the globe.
Well, yeah, we started the soy sauce in my basement.
Amazing.
This is year 12 for us. And
Now, I'm just imagining how this starts in somebody's basement. So take us there. How is that?
Well, you
Late
stink
Friday
up
night.
the entire house with cooking soybeans, which are kind of sour if you're cooking soybeans. If you've never smelled that, they smell pretty bad. The wheat is roasted, which smells a little better, but then you have these buckets of soy mash in your basement that you've never made before that you're just hoping turn out. So it was, a lot of, trial, error, figuring things out, but now we make about 7,000 gallons of soy sauce a year here in Butchertown Market, and sell it to every state in the country and export to countries like Japan.
How about that?
So,
exporting to
pretty
Japan, selling them soy sauce. That is great. What are we going to do first, Matt?
Well, the first thing we're going to do is some oysters. This is one of my favorite things, and this is actually a recipe in my book from a buddy of mine, Edward Lee.
Very good.
In Magnolia.
You bet.
And it's simple, and it can be very rustic, but also elevated at the same time. I don't like to shuck oysters all that much.
That's a lot of work.
You've got to shuck a lot of oysters to get really good at it.
Right.
So I like the roasting method. And in our kitchen here, we have one of these great GE Monogram pizza ovens.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I'm going to roast the oysters in there right now. This will take about 5 minutes.
That's amazing. This oven, too, it's actually ventless, so you can put these in your home and not have to worry about a big vent and everything else. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah. No smoke will reach this room. The most fascinating thing about it to me is that these are machined, made, put together at the University of Louisville.
That's great. Right here, local.
So it's all local right now. So These are going to go in here. We've got 2 temperatures going. There's a dome temperature of about 1,000 degrees, and then the stone temperature is at 500 degrees.
Now at home,
reach in there, Tim.
if we don't have this particular oven at home, we can just put it in a regular oven
Yes, you could. Or on your grill.
or on a grill. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they're easy to make. And
Perfect.
there's some alternative methods.
And no shucking. They're actually going to pop open
They're going
themselves.
to pop right open. They'll still be raw on the inside, but
Good.
they're going to pop open for us.
All right.
Take the
What do we
hard
do in
part
the
out of it.
meantime?
Little sauce.
In the meantime, what we've done here, and I did a little bit of this ahead of time, we melted some butter and browned it. So we removed all the fat solids from it. And so if you're doing this from home, you put your butter in the pan and at low heat, and over the course of time, it'll start to melt, and then those fats will separate and sink, and then you can pour off the butter from the top, and then it'll brown a little bit more later. We added a little garlic in here for some flavor.
That's
You
nice.
see that color right there?
That's beautiful. And that actually gives it kind of a nuttier flavor, too.
It
Not just a
does.
buttery taste, but a nutty, beautiful.
Looks like a hazelnut. The cookbook has all the measurements in there,
All right.
but you know, like a lot of people that cook a lot, we're just going to do like pinches of things. So we got a little sea salt in
Or
there.
Tim's favorite word, or so.
Or so.
Or so. Some bourbon smoked pepper. This is rice wine vinegar. It's going to go in there. And then most important part is the soy sauce.
The soy sauce.
So, like I said, the oldest, most widely used condiment in the world. There's going to be some brininess, some sweetness here. It's going to add a little meatiness to it. Just whisk that around. See how it just comes together?
Oh, it
it's
does.
almost like you're making a dressing. So you got your fat, you got your soy sauce, you got your vinegar with that rice wine vinegar.
A little garlic.
Simple stuff.
All right, it's only been about 3 minutes, and they're already popping. Look at that. I'll tell you what,
Oysters
they're
are
ready to
popping.
go.
All right, here we go. My
Look
most
at that.
favorite foods.
No
Right.
shucking here. Look, they've already started with you. I can tell it's just slightly cooked, but still raw enough to enjoy.
Yes.
Because I love just oysters on the half shell, but this gives it a little bit more flavor.
It's a perfect food. It's one of my most favorite things in the world to eat.
Oh, look at that. Gorgeous.
I love the presentation.
I can smell that butter and that bourbon coming together. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I know I'm going to love
Stick your
these.
fork in it, kind of twist. It might be a little connected.
Not connected.
There you go.
Got it. Get that sauce in there. Oh, yeah.
This is a fantastic.
Oh, man. Wow.
That's good.
You see how simple that was? It was like 5 ingredients.
Oh, my God.
Pinch here, pinch there.
And that sauce.
Really hot.
The sauce is delicious.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got more secrets to share coming up,
A
don't you?
few secrets to share.
What are we doing
Some
next?
Stories to tell. We're gonna do a bolognese.
Oh.
Country style.
Now you're talking my language. And Tim, you're whipping up a cocktail.
I am. I'm going to be making a Bourbon Breeze, so stay tuned for that.
That sounds great. We'll be right back right here to Bourbon Barrel Foods with proprietor Matt Jamie when we come back on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs is a presentation of Kentucky Proud.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs right here at Bourbon Barrel Foods. Just a moment ago, you saw Matt Jamie prepare those wonderful oysters. They were delicious. We've got plenty more secrets to share coming up. But first, let's go back to the Old Forester Bar where we find our very own Tim Laird. Tim, what are you mixing up?
I've got a great recipe for a refreshing bourbon drink that is delicious any time of year. I call it my Bourbon Breeze, and it's actually featured in our new book, the Bourbon Country Cookbook. So, starting out, shaker of ice, 1.5 ounces of Woodford Reserve. That goes in. It's about 1.5 ounces, just my 1.5 ounces. Anyway, to that 2 ounces of fresh lemonade goes in, and then 1 ounce of cranberry juice. Now, a couple ingredients that you really need to do: a squeeze of lime or lemon. That really helps. You need that lemon in there to give it a little zest. Boom. And then a dash or a drop of spiced cherry bitters. Of course, this is the Woodford Reserve Bourbon Barrel Foods spiced cherry bitters. Really delicious. Just a couple of drops of that. And now I'm going to give this a good shake. Oh, it sounds good. Now, I'm going to pour this over a glass of crushed ice. And then finally, garnish with a little lemon peel that goes in just like that. There it is, my Bourbon Breeze. Got to give it a taste. Wow, is that good and refreshing. All right, Kevin, let's get back to you.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. Matt Jamie's coming up next, and he's making a great Bolognese with some fresh pasta. You don't want to miss the secrets to that. We're coming back on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs is a presentation of Kentucky Proud.
As a family, we're proud to have a hand in providing a product that we know is safe and has been grown with integrity for other families to enjoy across the state of Kentucky. There's a lot of love in that package of ground beef and a lot of hard work.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Kevin Harned alongside my buddy and broadcast partner, Tim Laird.
You bet.
Tim, we've got Matt Jamie here, and we are learning the secrets to Bourbon Barrel Foods, a place that we've called home for our show for some time, and we appreciate that, Matt, and we appreciate you sharing some secrets and a beautiful new cookbook.
I love that.
We're sharing more secrets. Yep. Bolognese made somewhat country style, you said.
Very
I like
country.
that.
Yes. So if you look at a traditional Bolognese recipe, anything that I could substitute in that was more southern, I did.
Okay.
You know, we've got my ingredients in there. There's a lot of smoked salt, smoked paprika, bourbon smoked pepper. We added a little bourbon when it comes to deglaze with red wine. I subbed that in. In place of pancetta, we're using country bacon.
Oh,
so it's fat
nice.
back. It hasn't been smoked. And pork sausage, like just breakfast sausage. So it's nice and sweet. But it's easy, and I started making this a few years ago for my dad, and my dad and mom are both from Chicago, and when we moved south, he used to send my grandfather into this part of Chicago, which I didn't think anybody was supposed to go to get this spaghetti sauce from a place called Toscano's, and the fact that my dad loves it so much, you know, it was validation.
And I'll tell you what, that was the real deal Italian area of Chicago, because I know Toscano's very well.
Okay.
In all those restaurants, so I like the authenticity.
I like the fact you mentioned your dad. I was in here just the other day, and I know you were putting him to work. So he is an integral part in the business here too, huh?
Dad's very valuable. You know, we priced out what it would cost to replace him, and I couldn't afford it. So he's in the audience.
Oh,
here.
good. Yep. There he is.
So this is also his birthday present, Christmas present, Father's Day present. I will make this, jar it up, put a bow on it, and say, here you go. To the point now where it's like, hey, are you going to make some sauce for me? So,
perfect.
Anyway.
I'll let you know when my birthday's coming up, Matt. I like this present.
You know, I do this for Dad, but I've also done it for some neighbors of mine that were expecting. And so we make a big pot of this, and then we put it in mason jars, and it keeps for weeks.
Great.
That's the
and it's a good thing to share. There's a bit of knife work involved with this. Okay.
A little dicing.
Yes. And, you know, this all looks really perfect. You know, it doesn't have to look this perfect. I have the benefit of somebody that helps me tremendously.
Excellent.
Her name is listed on the book underneath mine. It's Susan Wynn, and she does a fantastic job making me look good when it comes to the food. But she did all this nice, pretty dice.
Very nice.
So this is the country bacon, okay?
Yep. That goes into
Straight
a pot.
in there. So this is going to render, and it's going to start to brown, okay?
Smells good.
Smells great.
Pork sausage, okay?
Nice. Probably don't have a very big problem finding that around here.
Not at all. And there's a
We're in Butcher Town.
Yes. So we get all this browned up. You know, and this makes the house smell good. My kids are learning how to make this. It's one of those things that just kind of happened, you know, and my kids know it as Papa's sauce.
Excellent.
So, onion, okay?
Very aromatic. That smells delicious.
Pulls that little
Oh, I'll
water.
tell you what, yeah, this you make this, and your whole house will smell great. You get hungry actually just smell these coming
Celery.
together. Celery.
Okay. Some carrots.
Nice.
Look how perfect those
I
are.
know.
Beautiful. I know that. Now that's a
Susan
perfect
was on
dice.
So in a traditional Bolognese recipe, you would deglaze with red wine, right? But we're in Kentucky, so bourbon.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Why not?
And
You
that's
can
what I like
smell
about
that.
this recipe is you really made it Kentucky proud. I mean, it really
Yes.
is one of those things that's your own.
The trick with our spices and doing this sauce is to, since we're using a bourbon smoked paprika, is we don't use too much of it because we don't want it to end up tasting like chili.
Right.
So pretty healthy amount just the same. I mean, the proper measurements are in the book. But there we go. Maybe a couple tablespoons
Or
there.
so.
That looks like
Or
proper.
so.
Yeah.
Salt, bourbon smoked sea salt. We can always do this at the end too. And our pepper.
Love the pepper.
Beautiful.
This is actually one of our more popular ingredients.
It's great.
I would not have thought that, but it is true.
And all of those are perfect for grilling too.
Yes.
I mean, it's just
So you can smell that. It's a shame no one else can smell it.
wonderful.
So it's going to simmer like this. Towards the end, we'll throw in some cheese. Okay,
A little Parmesan there.
little Parmesan, and then milk, right?
milk.
Secret.
Interesting. Yeah, because it gives it that beautiful color, that
A little creamy.
little
Yeah.
creamy texture too.
The other thing, save those Parmesan Reggiano rinds.
Oh,
Keep in
yeah.
I got a bag of them in my freezer. I'll throw those in here.
Oh, perfect.
They're good to hold on to.
I wondered what to do with those.
All right, we're going
I
to lower
usually
the
throw 'em away,
temperature here.
Now we can save them.
Never had any.
Okay, so that's going to simmer. And then pasta for this.
Okay.
Okay.
Pappardelle. It's fresh, straight in the pot. Okay, it just cooks in a few minutes.
Yeah, because this is fresh pasta, so it's not going to take a long time.
Not long at all. Okay, so we got our water going here.
We're going to put the pasta in the boiling water. When we come back, it'll be about finished, so stick around with us. Matt Jamie wrapping up the Bolognese with the fresh pasta when we come back on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs is a presentation of Kentucky Proud.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Kevin Harned alongside Tim Laird and Matt Jamie. The Bolognese looking good, smelling good. When we went to commercial break, Matt was putting in the pasta, fresh pasta. What was the type?
Pappardelle.
Oh, it looks delicious.
It's a thick ribbon pasta.
Yeah.
Okay, fresh is the best. If you can't find it, get the dried.
Yeah.
Kind of like an egg noodle will work too, but I do like the fresh, and we have a good source of it here locally.
So that's about finished.
About finished. And so the thing with fresh pasta, you don't have to have a rolling boil. The pasta is kind of delicate, so we're just going to take it straight from the pot into the sauce here.
Perfect.
Not worrying about straining it or...
No, we're going to use the water.
And actually, that pasta water helps
Yep.
thicken
It does, absolutely.
the sauce as well.
I like wooden spoons.
I do too.
I used to until I got spanked with them as a kid. Now I can't.
Well-
I can't hardly look at a wooden spoon the same way anymore.
I've been waiting for this moment like my entire life. So, Mom, here you go. First house we moved into that had a fireplace, my brother and I burnt all the wooden spoons. So,
We didn't have as much problem back then as we do nowadays. That's what I know. Maybe they need to come back in.
all right. Okay, here we go. This
There it
one's
is.
ready. I'm going to plate this up.
Nice.
All right.
Okay. Turn that off. I can come over to you.
Oh, perfect.
Kevin's going to run away
No,
with
I was
the
gonna-
bowl here
Yeah.
in a minute.
Doesn't that look good?
That looks absolutely fabulous. Oh, and I really love, what's great about those pappardelle? They absorb all that beautiful sauce on there. Oh.
Okay, there's that. And then just a little bit on top.
A little bit. Don't be stingy. Top it off with just a little cheese.
A little
I
Parmesan.
mean, a little bit. There we go.
There you go.
Wow.
That's it. There it is.
All right, that's
The Bolognese. Unbelievable from Matt Jamie. Secrets revealed.
I love that. People can find the recipe in the book.
Find it in the book. Yes, absolutely.
People are looking for the book. Where do they find it?
Well, they can find it on our website, bourbonbarrelfoods.com. They can come in our retail store at 2710 Frankfurt Avenue. They can come here to Story Avenue. Work the Metal carries it. We sell it in our office here.
Perfect.
And then Carmichael's carries it in town. Paul's Fruit Market has it. And incidentally, all these ingredients you can get at Paul's. So shop for the book, shop for the sauce,
And
all
get the
right
ingredients. All in one
Nice.
stop.
Do you want to take a taste before we go, Tim?
I do. I'm
Let's take
dying.
I could tell.
Are you kidding me? Thank you, Kevin. I was waiting for that.
That is given as gifts.
Oh. Wow.
Awesome.
Fun
Matt,
stuff.
Jamie, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Good job,
Thanks.
buddy.
Tim, thank you. Appreciate you always sharing the secrets. For Tim Laird, I'm Kevin Harned. For our studio audience, we say thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
Oh, my God. Good? All right. Glad you like it.